Just the silence calling out.
Diversity girls and all the in-between girls.
Follow me, oh my, won't you look at my
Girl, I cry for you. Girl, I cry for you. Yeah.
On the line, just as I suspected. No one really gets over me.
What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
Counting the masses beyond him, that's we can't find a place.
Fully back in the wilderness, waking up, rubbing salt in the cut.
Oh, I hope you know I will carry you up, whether it's tonight or 55 years down the road.
And I'm too perfect to open my big mouth. I want to be me, is that all allowed? And I'm too clever, and then I'm too fucking dumb. You hate it when I cry, and this is that time.
Oh, I know there's so many ways that this could go. Don't want you to wonder, darling, I need you to know.
And it's not like I'm still over you. It's so strange, this I never do. Treat me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs.
Estoy bien loco, estoy bien loco. Pa' un día tú que estás caminando, yo estoy que choco.
Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. Fearless and undefined. This is what it sounds like.
Last night I did this thing where I talked to random people at the bar.
Somebody's watching me. Is my anxiety.
I took some big ol' swings and it actually got me kind of farther than I ever thought it would.
Is my anxiety. Wishing you were there when they needed you. The only soul who's ever completed you. You took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of failure.
My little soda pop, you're all I can think of. Every drop I drink of, you're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
Since I was 17, I gave you everything. Now we wake from a dream. Oh baby, what was that?
Comes out as it's sensing right with me.
Already holding up for you.
I don't wanna kiss someone else's neck and have to pretend it's yours instead.
See right now, I need you, I'll meet you somewhere now. You up now, I see you, I get you. Take it now.
Be nice to each other, nice to each other, wrong for each other, right for each other.
Take your jeans, take mine off me. Oh girl, please, I can't take no more.
I'm leaving behind all of the cares that I've been overthinking. Buying friends in my wine, stay unaware just as long as I'm drinking.
I've got soul of lesbian or dead god, space dust for your view. Dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of
1800, he's so handsome, he's my hero. 1800.
It's that 1-800 hit my line.
oh my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline.
Try to escape it, but there's nowhere to go. Tear it up from the bottom, up from the bottom.
I got money, cabbage, I'm an addict, spell it out like Rita Rabbit. Clapping cheekies in the hammock, got no rubber on, save the planet.
You know my style, you know whatever's mine is yours. You know my style and I love Christian Dior.
Oh, I could feel the night slipping by. Oh, away from me.
Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong, but my mama told me it's
Stupid. Or is it slow? Maybe it's useless. But there's a cuter word for it. I know. Man child, why you always come running to me? Fuck my life. Won't you let an innocent woman be?
Will you try if I called you my angel? Gotta leave, gotta leave, gotta leave. One more
Pace me, pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes, pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure of driving me.
You're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to get better.
What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night?
In a while, maybe that we will never meet again. In this
I was wrestling with the coat hanger. Can you guess who won? That you never shrugged, shook then moved on. It's a guess.
I could be the twist, the one to make it stop. The icing on your cake, the cherry on the top. Never let you go down, anywhere you go.
the way in my mind, falling away in my heart. I know
I'm not crying. Hope you're feeling it too now.
just for this moment, as long as you're mine.
That's GBP, the price go up if it's USD.
So sorry that I do. Do I hurt so mean to?
I'd rather lie than to lose you, girl. I'd rather lie than confuse you, girl. Truth is we love them, they want us
I
gone.
could not be sorry, but I've tried. I wish you'd
I smoke loud, but I never get lousy. Black swan.
shattered the picture. I was trying to see myself in.
A couple nights, then she gon' be gone. I said, baby, you should know that's what I want. That's what I want.
You say I'll never change, just to go around town with some gasoline, just trying to bomb a flame. Gonna burn the whole place down.
I'm from the south where they struggle with saying your name.
There'll be a day I'll be more creative, a poetic way. Say I'm not leaving.
Steve's on the chicken, yeah, Stevie is hell.
I can tell you about me, but you won't understand. I know we were one, but I prefer you're only for it's just another day. It's all right till it's all right. You don't need to hurry, baby, I deliver. Ain't no country boy critter. I get the job done.
The similarity between our drugs and famous quotes is that they'll work for maybe like an hour, but don't get long results.
Love is in the eyes of the beholder. Gin never lies or fucks you over. It goes down the same every time.
Wristwatch, drip drop, label want the TikToks. And I was like, when did you get high? Son, I cook you up and out all day. You can make anything you like. I just need hype all my night.
Our people watch when we back home. Everybody on the treadmill. Another billboard, tired of heat. I swear to God, I said bye.
Come to the house, to be surprised. The surprise time, and now you can't bet on tragedy. Like gravity.
Reaching out of fame, 계속 watch you, I'm your idol. Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral. Yeah, 나지 않는 fever, making you a believer. 나를 위해 넌 존재하는 idol. Kill, then someone I kill. Blood gets spilled, 거보다 rude boy. Kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run. Blue lights, boy, chill.
Yes, I do.
You